All right, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Charge On Pregame Live Show. You know, I could have waited a couple extra minutes. Nick Geddes just got here. He has arrived. He is walking over. But I think he's walking too slow. So the embarrassment of him walking in, having to plug in his mic, do this whole thing, I kind of wanted to do today. So this is on him. Everybody can roast Nick in the comments for being late. But hello, and welcome to the Charge On Pregame Live Show. I'm your host, Sean Green. Nick Geddes will be coming here shortly. I saw a bunch of students. You might be able to see they're coming in, running to the other side of the end zone here. But for UCF versus West Virginia, I'll be honest, guys. I've been very critical of the UCF, I would say fan base, crowd, over the last couple weeks. I feel like they haven't shown up. Not necessarily at the start of the game. The start of the game has been great. It's been really after halftime. After halftime, kind of just seems like everybody's been leaving. I've seen a lot of West Virginia fans here today, which was to be expected. West Virginia fans travel very well. Last time they were here, I think last year, it was very good. And Nick Geddes is walking up now as he sees me on live. He knows what I'm doing. He's just smiling. But no, I think the UCF crowd right now, I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm not expecting a big crowd today. I'm kind of looking around, not really too, what's the right word? Impressed so far. You want to finally join me? You want to join me? You want to get your mic out? And like we have a live show at 11:30, and it's 11:33. It took him, I'm not kidding, it took him I think 8 minutes to walk, not the full end of the stadium, just about half. Get your mic out. We're supposed to do a show. Gorilla Guru, we stay in the whole time, please. And Gorilla Guru, you're gonna have to help other people stay as well, the entire time. So you need to be you and others need to like call people out when they're walking. Let's get Nick's mic up here so he can join conversation. Hey, buddy, how we doing?
Hello. Listen, 8-minute walk. I had to stop and go to the bathroom.
See, so I knew the minute I said, okay, we're gonna give him some time. I knew it. I said he's probably going to the bathroom, and he can't wait 20 minutes.
It is a nonstop adventure. My travel here every single week. I left my home. At 8:45. The map said if I left at that time, I'd be here at 10:30, with plenty to spare. But where I live, it's kind of like in the middle of nowhere, as you know, Sean.
Yeah.
And there's only one way in and one way out off the interstate, and that one way into the interstate happened to be under construction. There was no signage, not that I saw. Can't be my fault. And so I had to turn all the way back around, which rerouted me by about a good 30 minutes or so. And then, of course, when I got closer to the stadium, because now I'm here closer to game time, there was more unexpected traffic around the stadium. So it took me a minute to get here. I walked as fast as I could, but I had to go to the bathroom. So, yeah.
He's here, though.
I'm late by 4 minutes. Kill me.
I told the fans,
Kill me.
I said, I started about a minute or two late, but I said he needs to get the public shame, walk in late with the mic and everything. But at the end of the day, we're here. We already talked about the crowd. I got here around like 10:30, so it's been a minute. Did you see a lot? I've seen a lot of West Virginia.
Expected, yeah.
I'll be honest, crowd for UCF kind of looks how it's been. It's kind of like it hasn't looked very
slow
promising.
Slow arriving, I guess. For what it's worth, granted, I'm sure the students, they want to like take tailgating up to the last possible second, but I just walked by where the students usually line up and there wasn't a single soul there.
No.
So,
well, granted, I did just see a bunch of students start running to the other end zone. But,
oh, you did?
Yes. But I will say, comparatively to how it used to be, where the student section fills up the minute it opens up.
Well, we can't go under what it used to be. We can't do that anymore, so. By the way, though, it is a beautiful day out here for football, by the way. It is like it's like a nice 75. I think it's like supposed to get as high as like 80 maybe, right on the dot.
To be fair,
it's beautiful.
That's why what Gorilla Guru says, there doesn't look there will be any rain, so everyone should definitely stay the whole game. Hopefully, you have nothing better to do on your Saturday at 1 p.m. It's beautiful outside. There's going to be no rain. Nobody leave at halftime. You have no club to go to at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday. It's a great day for football. Let's talk about quarterbacks. Let's just jump into it. Because Mackey315 says, looks like Taven is going to get the start before the backup. Yes, so I've received information that Taven will be getting the start today. Last night, I was told potentially that if Taven didn't look good this morning, like if it looked like the injury was still lingering, that Davi Belfort would have gotten the start and Brock Hansel would be the quarterback 2, with Taven Jackson being the emergency quarterback. But by all intents and purposes, Nick, looks like Taven Jackson is going to get the start today.
And Davi Belfort's going to be the backup. I'll finish that sentence for you there.
Thank you, I'm back.
Yeah. I told you this when we were talking on the phone on the way here. This season is like very too much so like mirroring what we saw last year, in the sense of we saw 4 quarterbacks start football games for UCF last year. KJ Jefferson, whose name I probably should not say on this show anymore, Jakari Brown, Dylan Risk, and EJ Colson even got a spot start in there somewhere.
Two series and then got
yeah,
pulled.
2 series, that's how it goes. But this year we've already seen Cam Fancher start, we've seen Taven Jackson start. Jakari has not started, but he has played. And then today, it looks like Davi Belfort is going to be the backup, potentially, to Taven Jackson, because we don't really we don't know the status of Jakari. I don't think he wasn't listed as outright out.
I would not expect him to
like
play
Cam
today.
Fancher was. He might be the emergency guy, if anything, if it gets to that point. But I don't know. Brock Hansel looks like he might be the emergency guy. So let's just pray it doesn't get to that point. I don't know what we did as a university, as a program, to deserve all of these injuries to the quarterback position. It certainly is not making it any easier for this offense to sort of gel and grow together, and it's already a very flawed offense probably from a talent standpoint at the moment. And the idea that you can't get even any consistency at quarterback is not really helping. I'm happy that it sounds like Taven's going to play today, but there's just no way this guy's 100%. There is just no way. Now, is anybody really 100% at this time of the season?
No.
No, but I do have concerns of like what that's going to look like.
To Jared's point, he said, but at least this year it's actually because of injuries. True. I'll also say, and I told Nick this morning, we had our pregame pod this week, and obviously UCF fans, once UCF starts losing, they kind of just die off. So, a lot of UCF fans give up on the year, whatever. But last year, I was about to name the podcast this week, UCF takes on West Virginia in a must-win game. Guys, I labeled the video last season that exact title against West Virginia in a must-win game at home. So it kind of just feels very ominous.
Just right back to where we were.
It's literally Groundhog Day. I was telling Chris Boyle up there, I'm like, it literally just feels like Groundhog Day for UCF fans and for UCF in general. So hopefully UCF can kind of revert the course today against a struggling West Virginia team who is starting, we could talk about this, starting a true freshman quarterback in Scotty Fox. Is that his name? Scotty Fox?
Scotty Fox Jr., I believe.
I'm sorry, a guy with the last name, well, that name in general just reads quarterback.
It's an electric name.
An electric name. I was saying, you give me a guy with the last name Fox at quarterback, I'm already scared. Like, I'm already like, great. Like,
I don't even know anybody with the last name Fox that played quarterback.
No, but like, you put a quarterback with the last name Fox, like, that just reads he's gonna be a guy. So,
well, based on what we've seen so far this year, he's not really a guy now, is he?
No, I mean, to be fair, and listen, at least in our pregame graphics, I put Khalil Watkins, right, and Taven Jackson. So at least Taven's gonna play, we assume. But how? Again, this is where a UCF crowd can benefit, right? Because it's like if the crowd shows up, you're having a true freshman quarterback come in, and there's 2 guys running with flags. I was like, oh, is the band coming? But I don't think so. True freshman quarterback coming into a hostile environment. But if the fans don't show up, and it is basically a West Virginia UCF split, I'm going to be honest, the band is coming. So we're going to take a break here in like about a minute.
My ears, man, my ears.
Yeah, we're really close. But at
You're
that
lucky. You
point-
got headphones in. You got some.
It's still loud.
You got some protection. I'm just like.
But how, like, if the crowd doesn't show up, how much of an issue is that going to be, like, going up against true freshman quarterback that usually that's an automatic win for the team, playing?
Yeah, I would love for the crowd to be loud to the point like we used to see, where it would be good for a couple false start penalties, a couple delay of game penalties. Like, we haven't seen those things really this year. So I'm hopeful today that they can bring it. Either way, I think UCF should. I think the UCF defense, and it sucks, by the way, Sincere Edwards looks like he's out for the year.
Out for the year.
I mean, him and Horace Lockett, those are two big hits to your defensive line depth, the position that you love. Now, all of a sudden, your depth is going to be tested today. But I think it's still a really big opportunity, whoever the quarterback is, and I have to think they're going to play both of them. But I still like that group where they are right now and their ability to stop whatever West Virginia throws at them today. But the crowd absolutely could be a part of that, too. Oh, look, the band turns.
Are they turning? No, I don't think so. I think the band keeps going. I know this too much. Should we turn this and just let them watch? At this point, we'll get to your questions. Put your questions. We'll show you the band because there's no point in talking over this loudness. Yeah, great. They play great. But I'll turn it this way for you guys. They're going to be playing here in like 2 seconds. The minute I'll turn it back around, oh, maybe they're not playing.
I don't know. You never can count out the tuba players.
I can never count out tuba, no. I was a trumpet guy myself, if I'm being honest.
I was a nothing guy, if I'm being honest.
It doesn't look like they're playing. Okay. Cool beans, bro. Okay. Listen,
my ears live.
We respect the band.
My ears live.
Maybe they knew. Maybe it's for us.
Just kidding. I love the band.
Maybe it's like, listen, the Charge On guys, we blast them every single week at home, so this almost like is giving us a week off, our ears a break. But Troy says hopefully the offensive line La Belle says I love when the band comes in. Well, they're not playing today, but they need it's hot, much needed break. Mac says I think you'll see UCF rush 30 to 35 times today. I think that would be the ideal way to win. Just
is it going to be effective though? I mean, that's kind of the issue. That's kind of the issue at this point is UCF has shown like zero capability to run the ball with any sort of consistency. Like they'll hit a splash play here, a splash play there, and that's great. But we've talked about it all year long. We sound like a broken record every week. Miles Montgomery is fighting for every inch out there on that football field. And to his credit, he's doing a good job, but they just haven't been able to really maximize him this year because of the offensive line's inability to get any sort of push in front of him. And then lately, we started to see like early on in the season, we thought, okay, they're really good at pass blocking, run blocking not so much. Well, it's starting to kind of even out now, and they're not really. I wouldn't say they're exactly holding up well in pass protection either, Sean. So this rotation thing that they continue to do, I don't get it. I don't love it. I wish that would come to an end. Just find the best 5 guys you have. I'm not saying it's going to be good, but for the sake of continuity, for the sake of cutting down on some of these horde penalties that continue to rear their ugly head every week on offense, and it's usually procedural stuff, let's just get 5 guys and let them go.
Well, to that point, Troy says, hopefully the offensive line understands and recognizes the fragility of our quarterback situation today and surprises us. Listen, the offensive line has been such an up and down roller coaster because I think early in the year, and for a good chunk of the weeks, the pass protection was really good, right? It was really the run blocking where that was the struggle. Recently, it's been penalties. It's been the pass and run blocking where Cam had to run for his life last week. So, yeah, like in this situation, Taven is not 100%. You cannot be having rushes off the edge.
My goodness, if Davi Belfort has to play today.
If Davi, like that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't want it to have to come down to another, like, Taven getting lit up again for the 3rd time this year that knocks him out of another game. Like, he's not 100%. You're going to want to run the football effectively, but if you can't run the football effectively, you're going to have to throw it, and then you're going to have to rely on Taven. And at that point, you're going to have to really protect him. Like, he's going to have to stay in the pocket, not, take unwarranted hits. And that's where, listen, me and Nick both picked UCF to win this game, but that's where a team like West Virginia, who isn't, is very similar to UCF, but isn't maybe as talented or You know, I think UCF has proven a little bit more than West Virginia.
Can I alter my score, too?
You can do whatever you want.
Because I think I said, 31-17 UCF?
Yes.
I'm going to drop that a little bit. I'm still picking UCF to win, but I'm going to go. What?
I'm just do your score, but if it's close to mine, I'm going to be.
I'm going down. I'm going to take a touchdown off. I'm going to go 24-17.
Okay. I did 27-17.
Under further review, I think you made a good point on the podcast that UCF needs to prove to me that they can go out there and score 30 points the way they're currently constructed right now, and that's a good point.
To me?
You know, I don't listen to you actually,
wow.
But I did on that point, so I guess I'm contradicting myself here.
A little bit.
But I'm going to drop that score a little bit. Look at that, we got a West Virginia fan in the chat here.
DJ Ricky Pro.
DJ Ricky Pro.
Listen, Mountaineer. I'm not worried about Mountaineer fans. I'm worried about UCF fans showing up.
You know, it's so funny. My mom is actually up in West Virginia as we speak right now.
Maybe she'll bring some good
she's
juju.
She's with my family in West Virginia, and they didn't even know that they were playing. My mom had no idea they were playing UCF until I told her this morning I was on my way to Orlando. So she's going to be around the West Virginia family, so it should be interesting.
That should be interesting.
Should be interesting.
We'll get updates from your mother throughout the game.
I know.
And then DJ Ricky Pro says charge on nights. I can't tell.
Are you a double agent?
Are you double agent? I mean, are you a UCF and Mountaineer fan? Because then it's like, respect. La Belle V says, I'm not feeling great on this one. I'll be honest. I feel very content.
I got to be honest. Last night, though, scared me. Last night scared me because Friday night football always sets a tone for the weekend. It always sets a tone for the weekend.
There's going to be a couple upsets.
And we saw Miami go down to Louisville. We saw Nebraska get, boat raced by Minnesota last night. And Chapel Bill, your boy, almost pulled off the...
Not my boy no more.
Almost pulled the heroics last night on the road against Cal. So we almost went 3 for 3 in the upset book yesterday.
Yeah.
But point being, the tone has been set. I think this is going to be all across college football today. It's going to be absolute carnage. I just hope that in this game, the favorite wins out, of course.
To be fair, though, and I'll say this would not be much of an upset. So, what
is the line today? Like, did the line drop at all?
I don't think so.
It's just stayed at 7.5 all week?
I'll check, though. Let me check the line.
It's probably a question for you, Sean. Michael L. says, do we know why Cam was listed out this week? Did something happen in the Cincy game?
It's a good question, actually. I have no idea. I'm guessing he looked a little gimpy at the end there. So it wouldn't surprise me. But it's definitely injury. Yeah, 7.5. Line is still 7.5. But no, it's definitely, again, go rewatch that game and see how many times Cam Fancher got hit. And then you can probably, at the end of the game.
He doesn't have not a big guy, obviously, either.
No, and he was getting, there was one time he jumped and threw a ball and then got smacked down into the ground.
That was the fun play, though.
Still, you take an unwarranted hit.
Yeah.
But no, I think there's definitely something injury related that happened in the Cincy game. I don't think it was the week of practice. But again, I've been on record that saying
up all year. To be
honest.
Yeah,
and fair. If Taven's healthy, Taven's playing. I think there's this notion of because Cam started the year as the starter. Taven's had better.
I would
football.
say if you evaluated both of them so far off this point, Sean, the way I see it. I almost feel like Cam has the ability to give you a big play, more so than I think Taven does.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of those 10, 15-yard throws, things like that. Now, granted, Taven has been spotty a little bit with those too.
Yeah.
But I feel like he can run the offense a lot more safe than Cam did. When Cam's out there, I feel like every play you're just sort of bracing for I don't know where this ball is going to go. Taven, it seems like it's a little bit more safe.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think if UCF had a run game, it'd look a lot better. You're trying to base these quarterbacks off of just how they're playing, but teams are playing UCF completely differently now because they know they don't have a run game. So you look at Taven against Kansas. Kansas after the second Taven looked great in the first half, right? It's the second half when they just sent everybody back and they're like, well, you're not going to run it on us. We know what you're doing. So that's where I think it's hard to really rate the quarterbacks because it's when you're playing 8 in coverage, it's tough to get the ball in the spots you want. And that's why I think the goal today is going to be run early, get positive yards early, and open up the play-action game. You want to be able to take something off of your injured quarterback, because Taven is not 100%. You're going to want to take some weight off of him a little bit.
I mean, ideally, you want to start every game like you did against Kansas, right? Or you took a 14-0 lead, I believe.
Yeah.
But you got to finish. You got to finish. I mean, I think everybody would love to see that. Try to get off to another fast start, but this time, try to finish and not have – you can't sleepwalk through an entire quarter or two like we've seen them do in some of these games lately.
Through the late night, good seeing and waving at you during the seat sprint. It was good to see you. Screw West Virginia, give me UCF, and pray to God these bums don't leave at half. Positively, 0 excuses. Listen, our pregame shows, not a lot of you come in. You guys are true Charge On fans. The postgame shows where everybody likes to come and talk. For those of you who are in those seats right now, I really want it. Film it and send it to me. If you do it, I'll bring you on a pod. I will bring you on a pod, and we can talk UCF football for a live episode. I need you to film yourself screaming to the student section right before 30 minutes before the game, and say, if you get up and leave, you suck. Like, straight up. Like, just call them like it is. Call them out. And then at every break, like, keep fans locked in. But I need the Charge On fans to be the reason that UCF fans stay. I'm begging you. I'm begging anybody that is in those student sections right now to scream out, film it. Like, I need Orion the Scholar. Like, Orion the Scholar is a fan of us. He's in here all the time. I need him to, like, bring the energy. Anybody that's in those student sections right now, film it, send it to me if you do it.
I just hope we don't have to talk about this after the game.
I will continue talking about it if it continues to be a problem.
We will, but I pray that it ends today. I feel like, I mean, did you already get to the point about what happened yesterday at Spirit Splash?
No, I haven't even talked about that. But let's talk about it. When the players are literally at Spirit Splash and basically
did we ever verify that? I think it was
it happened.
It was like RB7 night on Twitter.
No, it happened.
I saw
when the players literally, and I didn't see the exact clip, but when the players go, all right, fans, how many quarters are in a football game? And they're like, 4. And then they say, all right, so you're going to stay for all 4 quarters of a football game. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. And that just shows you that the players do care when you, I'm not saying you, I'm saying you, leave at halftime and don't stay the entire game. That's on you. And you know that does affect things, and you shouldn't come to a football game. At 1 p.m. on a Saturday, the game will be over at 5. 5 o'clock, the game will be over. Just stay the entire game.
Angry. Look how angry you're getting.
I get so upset about it. Mark, long drives will wear down their Oh, we're getting back to the game. I don't know if I want to
let's get back to the game. Let's get back to the game. You gotta cool down. You gotta cool down.
Long drives will wear down their defense in the heat and humidity, but quick strikes and turnovers will demoralize West Virginia. I don't know. Well, granted, it's a new coaching staff, but UCF scored a lot against West Virginia in their first matchup here. They were winning a good chunk of the first half, and then again, second half, they just kind of like
we got Garrett Green.
They did have Garrett Green. Through the late night, leaves will be relentlessly heckled. That's fair. Yes, if people are leaving, heckle them at halftime. But you need to do it early. You need to film early in the game. You need to let them You need to let them know that if they are leaving, then they will not be allowed. They will not be allowed back. They will get ridiculously embarrassed, and they will be filmed as they leave. Just saying. But, okay, back to the game. No, I think, listen, I'll be honest, it's not that hot.
No, it's a beautiful.
It's a perfect
fall day for Florida.
There's a breeze. Like
I had to put the heated seat on this morning in the car.
See, the Florida weather's been really great. Like, it's been awesome. Like, it's kind of felt a little colder than normal at this time of year. So, no, for West Virginia, I don't know if it's going to play that much of a factor. Now, granted, at 1 p.m.
Remember last year when we went to West Virginia, or UCF went to West Virginia, they had to play them in, 30-something degree weather last year?
Yeah.
So it's a little roles reversed today.
A little bit different.
So,
Mark, don't blame the fans by focusing on premium seats that are always mostly empty. The athletic department sacrifice. No. You are right, Mark. I've made that point. You are correct. That is 100% true. I'm saying the student section fans should not leave. Because at the end of the day, if it's just the premium seats, then that's an easy fix. Then there's just that to complain about. But when it's the student section and premium seats empty, then it's like, how can you complain about the premium seat? So you are right, but no, I am talking to the students. It's 1 p.m. on a Saturday. You have nothing better to do at 5 p.m., all right? 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. That's all I'm saying. All right. I let out my spiel. Nicker, so you said 24-17.
Yeah, 24-17 UCF.
I'm going to say 27-17 UCF. Hopefully UCF fans show up. I see a lot of West Virginia fans. Makes me nervous. but I'm sure the UCF fans will show up. I'm sure by 1 p.m. most of the seats will be filled.
It's starting to fill up in here now.
It is. It's a nice Saturday. Listen, it is a beautiful day for football, like you said. I'm pumped. Guys, that's going to do it. We're going to end here, about 30 minutes.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah. Hey, nice to see you. See you guys.
if you're
come up and say hi.
if you're stuck at a pumpkin patch right now by chance or something, get out, get home,
Go to the game.
go to the
Watch
game,
the game.
or get in front of your couch. Just get away from anything that has to do with a pumpkin, please. These are college football Saturdays. Stop the nonsense.
Seems like Nick's got a little bit of negativity towards the fall season.
You know, I'm saying this right now, knowing damn well
You're gonna be
that
going to a
next
pumpkin.
fall, by the time that our girl is born, that's where I'm going to be on Saturday.
100%.
I already know it. So
Yep, so you can't really talk bad about it.
Yeah.
But that's going to do it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, make sure you join us for our Charge On post-game show directly after the game. It's going to be a nice-looking almost night outside, so definitely tune in for that. We'll be basically live directly after the game, as always. For Nick Geddes, I'm Sean Green. Go Knights, charge on. Hopefully, UCF goes 4-3. See you guys later.